here in the mid-game. Yasumaru Stormy gets a knife appended. Over to 2. As it ducks him down, the combo in the back is a raging sandstorm and an AOG. That's a double.
I think whatever we achieved during our journey or last year, we just want more, dream and dream again to be best of the best, like the good. So.
Oh, they're gonna fight for this one too. Innocent grabs Wadu, looks for another, gets the double. Opie falls, Innocent gets the triple, going for the maniac. He has to get space. He gets that, he gets the savage.
For me, I'm really proud of Sakai because he improved a lot from last year. His gameplay and his skills on talking.
Jin with the chase, so got him! Oh, he comes through! He dashes through! He's buying so much time for the Red Giant!
Outstanding match for me is against Vitus Pro because enemy just kinda aggressive to us. The feeling is so intense.
After losing M6, people look down on us and we want to prove that we are still the strong team like last year, and that's our biggest motivation for this year.
Bro. You, bro. 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 Can you hear me, bro? Bro. Ano yun? Hello guys, it's King Kong and Kelra, and we're here. We are about to play Can You Hear Me, Bro? Don't touch. Don't touch my. Don't touch my blue. You. Don't touch my blue. Don't touch you. Don't touch my blue. Don't touch my. Me. My. Ang hirap. Madali yan to. Don't touch my blue. Don't touch my blue. Don't touch my blue. Nice. We will. Yan, tama. We will be the champion. Yun. Can you hear me? Ha? Me. Can you hear me, bro? Bro. B. Hindi ko naman sinasabi mo. B-R-O. Can you hear me, bro? Chu. Kick. Karina. Chu. Knock. Chu. Oh, kick. Karina. Chu, kick Karina. Into. Khalid. Karina. Chu, kick Karina. To Khalid. Napakahirap. Hero. Nathan. Luwagan to? Ano yun? I-search mo yung letter ano? N. Nathan. Natalia. End. Nana. Karina. Mage. Nana. Nathan, Natalia, and Nana. R. In. The. Bush. Nathan, Natalia, and Nana are in the bush. Ay! Stop. Feeding. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Crazy. Stop feeding. Are you crazy? That's it. It was too easy for us. Sorry. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Don.
God.
Don.
God.
Don.
No.
Don. Hello guys, I'm Kiboy from ONIC Esports, and now me and Kyrie want play some games. Let's go. We will.
We will
Be.
We will play.
We will.
We will
Be.
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 We will be
The champion.
the champion. Oh, okay.
Nice. Don't.
Goal.
Don't touch my blue.
Don't. Oh.
Don't.
Don't
Touch. Don't touch.
Don't touch
Don't touch.
my
My head.
blue.
Brain.
Blue.
My hair.
Blue.
Blue.
Don't
Line.
touch my blue.
Don't touch my blue.
Stop
Stop.
feeding.
Free.
Feed.
Feeling.
Little.
Stop feeling. Feeding. Stop feeding.
Stop feeding. Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? Stop feeding. Are you crazy? Oh.
Nathan.
Nathan. Nathan.
Natalia.
Natalia.
And Nana.
Nana.
Yeah.
Nana.
Nathan, Natalia, and Nana.
Nathan. Natalia.
And
N. N.
Nana.
Nana.
R. In.
Here.
In.
In. In.
Yeah. The bush.
Are in the bus. Oh.
Nathan.
Nathan, Natalia, and Nana are in the bus.
Mantap,
Nice.
guys. Nice. Chow.
Cow. Chow. Chow.
Chow kick.
Chow kick.
Karina.
Kaja.
Karina.
Karina. Chow kick Karina.
Into. Khalid.
Khalid.
Chow.
Chow kick Karina into Khalid.
Yeah. Can
Chicken.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, bro? We just finished playing Can You Hear Me, Bro? So thank you guys for watching and don't forget to support us at EWC.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Dude, I can't believe it. Kyrie versus Carl Teasy.
Yeah, this doesn't even feel like a match. It's like history in the making.
The OG versus the Prodigy. Two mechanical monsters, both with international titles, might I add. But one's cool like ice.
The other one will dash under your turret in the first 3 minutes, make it personal.
Carl Teasy farms so fast. Before the mid laner even rotates, he's just a gold economist.
Yeah, and Kyrie, when he moves in that Hayabusa, he's like a shadow. You see that match against Mythic Seal?
Two GOATs from the greatest teams. No second chances, no second life.
Only one walks into that grand final.
I hope y'all are ready.
Because Knockouts Day 3 is built different.
The knockout stage is proof. You should always be careful what you wish for. Even though you're strong, everyone bleeds. Because right now, you guys are about to witness the semifinals of MSC here at the Esports World Cup, where we're just one day away from crowning the champions. Again, welcome to the English broadcast here at MSC Esports World Cup. My name is Afel. Alongside with me is Destroyer as well as Leo. I kind of feel like we just started the knockout stage, but now it's almost done.
Time flies by so fast. When we opened up the knockouts, we were counting from 23 to 8. Now we're from 8 to 4. And by the end of the day, there'll just be 3 teams. Well, yeah, but, you know, like just 2 going for the grand finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's so fast and no time to enjoy it. I wish we could have a double elimination, but the only best team can reach their goal and to enjoy the trophy.
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot that happened all throughout the knockout stage. So we're going to be looking at the Kadia top plays because, you know what, yesterday, highlight makers, no matter which series you were watching, they were all amazing.
If you're a fan of Michael Bay summer blockbuster action films, get to the chopper. You watch the first series. You watch SRGOG versus RRQ. If you're looking for a Tarantino, Nolan, you're looking for just really deep MLBB, the second one's got you, even if it just went 3-1.
Yes, but still, it was absolute cinema. They promised us-
Scorsese.
Yes, it was super amazing. And sadly, for me personally, Team Spirit lost, but it was really, really good to see. And I really enjoyed that games.
Yeah, honestly, it was amazing games. I really feel like for the second series, Team Spirit going up against ONIC Philippines, that one is emotionally charged because it doesn't matter who you're rooting for, you never really know, especially the second one actually going for the highest or the longest game we've had all MSC.
Yeah, one could only wonder what the reactions were of the community holding on to all hopes because ECA, like, there was so many people watching in the studio and I would assume millions back home. How are they taking Spirit's loss?
Oh, it was super hard because, you know, there are two maps they could win, but still, yes, the better ONIC Philippines, definitely. A lot of community, like the part of the community supporting Spirit still, they trust in them and they believe next time they will come back stronger.
Yeah, we would like to say thank you to the Crunchyroll reactions, looking at everyone's expression when they win, when they lose, the disappointment and the excitement. But right now, folks, you guys are looking at the knockout stage bracket. Again, just to remind everyone, the left side is all 3 zeros, but now the S tier teams, Team Liquid is going up against ONIC Indonesia. One of them has to bleed. And looking at the right side, SRGOG going up against RRQ. It was a full match series, but SRGOG makes it to the semifinals, going up against ONIC Philippines, which was able to beat Team Spirit 3-1. We got to look at what they're fighting for. We're looking at a prize pool, and again, we're looking at a $1 million Grand Finals Championship prize pool, but we also got to look at the 3rd and 4th place slot as well. 150,000 for 4th place. I'm sure you don't want to be there, but that's still a lot of money.
100 G's between that and the 3rd placer. So tomorrow's best of 5 will mean the difference between 150 and 250. Not to even mention, again, a third of the whole damn pot. That also happens tomorrow via best of 7.
You know, also the gap between the 1st and the 4th place is the same like the teams receive for the 5th to 8th place. It's nearly equal. Not nearly, it's equal.
Yeah, and so this is the prize pool. But again, we got to go back and we actually saw the brackets. You really got to be careful what you wish for because only Team Liquid was the one that chose their opponent and actually won against them. Mythic Seal lost, but to be fair, they didn't get to make a choice, right? RQ lost their matchup, Team Spirit lost their matchup. So right now, the 2-1 teams are looking just a little bit stronger compared to 2-0, except for Team Liquid.
Which is the only team, technically, that had the best logical choice. They had first dibs. They played the fastest games and won them in the group. So they made their choice, and they swept their choice, and now they're the only 2-0 team left standing.
I think, you know, the only problem was for RQ because they chose the second one and technically it was not the best choice for them. But there are 2 Onyx left, so...
Yeah, but now we got to look at the EWC fantasy team because we're able to choose our own fantasy team. So this is mine. And I got to say, for day 4, it's so hard to pick. I went for Keyboy, honestly, one of the more iconic roamers in my eyes. Innocent and Kara. It's very hard to choose between both, but hey, Malaysian got to go with SRG for this one. The Mage, the Monster Mage Super Friends, I don't know, man. That's my, like, I have 5. But that's the guy I'm looking for today.
That's kind of interesting, but we also got to choose.
Yeah, now we're going to look at yours, actually. We're going to be looking at your team, so tell us about your team.
Oh, you know, I'm quite similar with Keyboy and Kyrie with you. And if we're speaking about the mid laner, it's definitely Sanji for me. Kram,
you know, he just took my heart after the yesterday games, and I decided, no, he has to be here. He will lead my team in front.
What was that? 21 KDA?
21 KDA on CC.
21.0.
Yes, he was just dominating and crushing.
You know what? I think if they do meet, maybe Sanford has something to say about it. But check out my fantasy lineup. There's a glaring absence of SRG. This is not because I hate SRG. It's just last year I underestimated them. I was surprised when they went all the way. But here, let's see if two times a charm, you know, or if fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. No, I think I got that wrong. But I think my draft is right.
Yeah, either way, it's for you guys. If you guys want to play along, go to fantasy.esportsworldcup.com or just download the app to play along. And trust me when I say, it's very hard to choose. And heck, we only have 2 days left. Today's the semifinal, so let's look at the schedule for today. We have 2 best of 5s for you guys here. We're gonna start off with SRG OG Esports going up against ONIC Philippines as the first semifinal match. And we're gonna close it out with our S-tier teams. Team Liquid Philippines going up against ONIC Indonesia.
And for the first game, you know, I will be watching for the Kirk and Kram versus like the best explainers that I can imagine. For me, of course, yeah, we got Sanford, but they'll go play after this, so it will be interesting, especially after the previous games.
Yeah, but now we gotta focus on SRGOG going up against ONIC Philippines. Historically, these teams have met up for, I don't know, almost every international since they came true.
Yep, in the past 6 months alone. No, wait, that's August now. Oh my God. For the past 9 months now, they've met about half a dozen times, give or take, and ONPH always has their number.
Yeah, now looking at ONPH, we got Kurt, King Kong, Kara, Super Prince, as well as Brusco. And again, these are the world champions. Not going to be easy opponents for SRGOG.
This is the super fam walking into the arena. They are cold, and in the best way possible. They don't care. Yesterday came from a hot series, and I don't think the aura of the defending champions will change that.
And the thing is, yesterday was difficult for both teams, and it doesn't get easier because, again, both these teams know each other very well, again, from international tournaments, scrims, and just overall fighting against each other every single time they meet. And I gotta say, SRGOG, they need their A game for today.
Look at Malaysia's favorite sons, Arcadia, Cram, and Innocent.
Arcadia was kind of nervous. If I could see right, he was a little bit shaky. He understands that there is a lot on the line, and if they lose, there is no second chance. As you mentioned, there's only single elimination. If they win, there is this opportunity to have the second time to be the champions of MSC.
Very first back-to-back in history.
Never happened before, but now, before we start the match, turn, I guess, to talk to my boy Stormy to see how he's feeling about this matchup.
Now we're backstage with Stormy right before the match. Stormy, what you said on stage is finally coming true. You are going head-to-head against ONIC PH. Can we get a confidence level check? How are you feeling right now?
I mean, we've been waiting for this day and really happy that we face ONIC PH, and really like 200% confident. 200%
confident. Why did you want to meet ONIC PH so bad?
Because it's quite a good story also, because we want to get a revenge from the last time series. And we would happy like to fight them also, yeah.
Okay, so you're 200% confident right now. What is the difference maker? I mean, considering M6, you weren't able to win it on a different tournament. You were also not able to win it against ONIC PH. What is different about SRG, and why are you so confident today?
I think what's the difference is maybe this meta is quite different from the last season, and we kind of understand the meta now. So I think we have the heads up on this tournament.
Okay. So if we had to ask you what version of SRG we're going to be seeing, what would you answer, right? Because technically, ONIC PH has only met the M6 version, not the MSC last year version of SRG.
Yeah, maybe the last year MSC SRG. Who knows?
Oh, so closer to that. Very interesting. I gotta ask though, was there any point of doubt here in MSC, maybe in the group stages, because considering your journey has been very up and down?
Oh, what again?
Considering your journey for SRG has been very up and down, was there a point of doubt that you're like, maybe we were not going to be able to defend our title?
I mean, no. No, actually, no. Yeah, no.
Okay, 100% confident in coming from Stormy. What will this win mean to you personally before we end this interview?
I mean, personally, I think we will like show them that we actually not like the last time series, that actually we will like take a revenge on the last year, not the same as last year basically. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so it's a different SRG today, and it's an SRG that will give their best in the next upcoming match. We're going to throw it over back to the studio.
Thank you very much, Eterna, my boy, Stormy. And looks like for them, the difference is they have a good understanding of the meta now. And yeah, I gotta say the biggest difference between every team for this tournament is really just the meta shakeup.
The question is, how does a team like SRG change the outcome of the past 2 or 3 times they've met with ONIC PH? Because ONIC PH, we know that they'd gone through a different bootcamp process leading up to MSC 2025. They spent a lot of time in Indonesia. But what did SRG OG do to come here now besides understanding the meta? What changed in these 5? Because they're the same 5 dudes that won last year's mid-season cup.
The same guys, and they're pretty confident. They said that they will try to repeat the results of MSC 2024. And I'm pretty sure that Arcadia are gonna help them with this procedure. And I really believe, when I saw the group stage, you know, I was skeptical. And when I saw the performance yesterday, I was like, okay, that can be real. They can potentially beat their opponents, and they're ready to meet ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, knowing SRGOG, they do require a bit of a startup time. They require their warm-up because every single time they start in a tournament, the first few games is like, okay, they look good, but not that good. But then give them some time, and all of a sudden, they become amazing. But now we got to talk about their opponents again, the world champions, ONIC Philippines, Kirk, King Kong, Super Prince, Brusco, as well as Kara. What's your take on ONIC Philippines in this current meta, Leo?
I'll tell you now, I brought up their time boot camping in Indonesia. I still can't say for 100% that benefited them the way I think they wanted it to. Because yesterday against Spirit, there were moments wherein, even
tough
in
time.
Exactly, which again, maybe my expectations of ONIC are just way too high, but you're also looking at their run in the group stage. They ended up being a 2-1 team. They lost in their opener, so that alone makes you wonder. And sure, you can look at SRGOG and say they're a late game team, micro, macro. ONIC is not. ONIC just comes out of the gate guns a-blazing. Like, they usually take control, they usually dominate. Here, not so much. I'm not comfortable with the way they're evolving.
I want to mention one thing. Well, you say about like they prefer also the early game and to take control, right? But yesterday, actually, especially because of Kelra, they played from behind and they made it twice in a row.
And I don't like that. That's old ONIC. That is old Kelra. That's his MO. Guys, you just play the game for 15 minutes. I'll take care of it. But when ONIC, remember when they won M6, they didn't lose a single series.
Yeah.
Everybody was firing off on all cylinders.
Yeah, I kind of feel like for them, if they have the Selena, then they can start snowballing. But all this while, looks like Eterna is able to grab King Kong for a quick interview. So let's see what he has to say before the match starts.
Right before the match, we're going to get a little bit of a discussion here going on with King Kong. So King Kong, before this match, did Coach Why not mention anything to help motivate you guys in this next upcoming match against SRG?
He said that move on from the bad games yesterday.
Move on from the bad games yesterday. What was bad about yesterday's games?
I think me, Brusco, and Kirk didn't play very well yesterday, especially in the Game 3 and Game 4. So we gotta move on and make a comeback today.
Okay, so to motivate you guys here at with the matchup against SRG. Now, you've never lost against SRG, so how confident are you going into this? It should be okay, right?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. That's 100, right? That's what you mean?
100.
Okay, so M Series, check. MPLPH, check. MSC, still on the line here. If you are able to get to the grand finals because you're one step away, what would this mean to you guys? And what would it mean to you personally?
Going into the grand finals. Actually, it doesn't mean anything to me because it's still not a win. We only consider champion as a win.
Okay, and how much do you want to win MSC, King Kong?
So bad.
So bad. All right, we're getting the vibe here. And obviously, do you have a message coming into this for SRG?
For SRG, good luck and let's give the fans a very wonderful match.
Okay, anything else? Maybe something cheeky, something spicy you want to say?
Good luck.
That's not spicy.
Good luck.
Okay, just good luck. Okay, but King Kong, I know you did it for us, the other day. But coming to this next match, could we maybe see you flex again?
Flex. I have a jacket on.
Do you want to? Oh, you can still do it, I think. Oh, there it is! Flexing right before this next match against SRG. And with that, we're going to throw it over back to the studio. Thank you, King Kong. Good luck.
Only slightly painful. 100 is 100%.
I think he meant 80 plus 20.
Yeah, quick maths. But speaking of quick maths, this matchup, right? I kind of feel like there's a lot to talk about. Lanes by lanes, but Kara and Innocent, I would say both these gold laners are the reason why both teams have been very successful. So this is going to be very interesting to see between Kara and Innocent, which one is better. And speaking of history, Kara has won it out every single time.
Innocent's got nothing on Kara, but not to derail or hijack your dream lane matchup. I think mid is going to be where it's at. Stormy versus Super Prince. My brother, his mom is my mom too. So, remember yesterday, Super Prince was one of the main reasons why Kelra got to the ultra late game, ultra instinct mode. Here, how's that going to work out? Like, when Stormy gets to that point, how does he stop? So, you technically kind of married both ideas.
It's like super different for everyone. I mean, in our studio, because for me, it's the main versus is Kirk and Kram. So they explain
this is good. Different roles here, but yeah, go ahead. EXP, what's about that?
Yeah, actually yesterday I was so surprised about Kram. As we mentioned, they needed to warm up. They need some time. And yesterday, 21 KDA on CC and his Lapu, his glue, that was something unpredictable and unexpected. He was carrying solo on his shoulders, and he was like, "Hey team, guys, let's move on. We can win. Okay, let's do it."
Speaking of Lapu, I gotta say, yesterday was amazing Lapu games from every single player. Even Kim Boa, even though he eventually lost. But dude, Lapu looks so much better in the knockout stage compared to the group stage.
And this is scary because for the first time in a while, there are multiple heroes that are must pick, and that skews the draft. CC, sudden breakout here in the knockouts. Lapu, now we're just talking about it. Yi Sun Shin seems to be a must ban in the first three, whether you're red or blue. I'm thinking one more hero. Lancelot. Certain teams just want a Lancelot against ONPH. You gotta ban the Selena. So what? That's 5 already. You just leave one.
We don't have enough bans.
One free ban from what do you even take out? Like Uranus?
And by the way, Uranus, he disappeared. He just disappeared. And if we are speaking about the heroes that I would like never to see again, it's Erlot. He got 18% win rate during the group stage. And during the knockout stage, he won 0 times. 0. If I remember right, 5 times teams took him and 0. He's literally useless. I don't know why, but
literally useless.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
You know what? This is why you guys are the analysts. I trust you guys. And honestly, I agree. But right now, folks, you guys are looking to the stage. Right now, we have the top 4 teams of the world all gunning for that grand final slot, all for $1 million. And now we're about to start the semifinals. We'll see who will make it to the grand finals. And get ready, because we are about to encounter the unknown.
We started with 16 teams from around the world, went to 4, and today we will finally narrow it down to the final 2 tickets to the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3rd day of the knockout stages of MSC at EWC 2025. It is still Rose and Milosh with you guys.
And honestly, we look very themed with our stage today. Very well done. We've really clocked it out. And honestly, looking at the matches, first day, of course, the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals in general are now behind us, right? We had our first 2 quarterfinals on day 1. Kind of made it, right? Washout 3-0s yesterday. You asked for absolute cinema, Rose. You absolutely got it. We got 9 out of 10 potential games. And at the end of it, RQ, well, they're out. Spirit, well, they're out. But the challenge continues in the semis from now on.
Yes, you know what? Yesterday, almost full series, guys. 9 out of 10, just like what Milosh has said. However, today, the heat intensifies because we will be entering the semi-finals. It is still going to be a best of 5 and it's still gonna be a single eliminations.
You can't make any mistakes. From the moment you made it to the knockouts, to the playoffs here, you cannot make a singular mistake and pretend like you're going to be able to claw it back. Not everybody can handle the pressure, especially now that our beautiful MSC trophy is out on stage for everybody to see. That's an extra layer for our players to keep in mind.
You know what, Milosh? That is definitely added pressure. But it's not us that will feel the pressure. It is the last 4 teams. And to begin our first semi-final match of the day. And these 2 teams will compete for the first grand finals ticket. Let us introduce our first team. It is the Giants from Malaysia, the defending champions, Amazon Arena. Give it up for Selangor Red Giants, OG Esports. The reigning MSC champions are a couple of steps away from making history as the first team to win MSC back-to-back. Having fallen to the hands of ONIC Philippines twice since M6, SRG has retooled their approach and looks sharper than ever entering this match. All eyes are on the half-man, half-beast, who holds a 0-5 record up against the gold standard. However, will today be the day Innocent rises on top?
Okay, you got MSC champs. That's pretty good, right? Really impressive over there. I'm gonna have to one-up you, Rose. I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, the Amazon Arena, please welcome your reigning world champions, ONPH! After conquering M6, they're only 2 steps away from the trifecta of MPL, M-Series, and MSC trophies. Now, whilst their MSC 25 run has not been the cleanest, ONIC always show up when it matters most. The super family sticks together through thick and thin, and together they look to fly hand in hand into the grand final. My God, my God. Gentlemen, please, ONIC please, SRG, you may place your keys, take your seats. Rose, I'm really sorry to say this, but I think your heart's gonna be broken no matter what happens today.
You know what, Milosh? I know the entire world knows, the entire MLBB ecosystem knows that I honestly have so much love for these 2 teams right before us in the semi-finals match. But I am a firm believer that the best one who comes out on top today will be getting that grand finals ticket.
We love a meritocratic queen. That's what we got. Thank you very much, Rose. And we are ready for our games. Our teams are ready. It's ONIC, it's SRG. Let's get our match started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2nd day of the knockout stages. I love the audience today. The energy is there.
Shout outs to all the fans out there, because even during the team's introduction, we could hear the crowd all the way on stage. But now we got to move on forward and talk about the keys to victory for SRGOG. Polish your playstyle with a controlled late game aggression. Don't give ONIC Philippines heroes that maximizes map presence and cover all bases. Make sure Innocent wins the lane.
Actually, a good case, especially when we speak about the jungle and about the Innocent. I would like to say that's the option for them to win, but also they need to prioritize for themselves the heroes.
And now we got to look at ONIC Philippines here. Their keys to victory: go for compositions with multiple win conditions. Respect SRG's capability to punish frontliners, and just Kelra. Just Kelra.
ONIC is best when there's just more than Kelra, right? We're looking for the KK connection. We're looking for Kirk, the hard carry, own half of the map, and respect SRG's capability to punish frontliners. We're talking range here. So we don't want ONIC to just go all in frontliners. You want to be able to play amongst a breadth of engagement ranges.
And now we got to look at Clash of Crowns here. Again, defending MSC champions going up against defending world champions. These aren't run-of-the-mill teams. These are teams that have been tested and they've won in large tournaments here. So this is going to be an intense match. The Clash of the Crown.
Best of the best. The leaders of the previous tournaments. The MSC champions versus the world champions. So hard, so much nominated.
Yeah, and now for you guys at home, I want to take the time to remind you about the MSC 2025 chest. The support chest is still available. And here's the thing, it's only 20 diamonds. You can draw the luxury reward, returning MSC skin, Atlas, Rune, Sentinel. And the first 3 openings guarantee you Crystal of Aurora. So make sure you guys grab the support chest while it's still available.
What makes this Clash of Crowns all the more interesting, and I know there's millions out there watching that can relate, just about 18 months ago, none of us could have sworn that these two teams would be standing at the point, at the peak of MLBB that they are at now. We all saw how they were built, these two teams, from the ground up for greatness. And now look at this, they are one match away from getting to the grand finals, from making history, from completing trifecta, or for being the first in history to get a back-to-back MSC.
I'm sure this is not one of the things that the teams are thinking about, but yes, both teams have a chance to make history here. If SRGOG goes all the way to grand finals and win it all, first team back-to-back MSC champions. And for ONIC Philippines, winning this one means getting the world champion, winning MPL, and winning MSC. Hasn't been done before, so both teams, a lot is on the line. And now we've started draft here. SRGOG will be first pick, ONIC Philippines second pick, instantly batting out that Selena.
It's the best ban you can make, especially versus the Super Prince. Yesterday he showed us why you should ban this hero and never ever miss. And I'm pretty sure they will follow this rule. I mean, SRGOG will follow this rule for the whole series.
Big ticket bans for SRG as well, especially against ONIC here, would be the 1-1. Maybe as a slightly lower order is the Yisun Shin, the Lancelot attacking King Kong, and possibly the Phoveus to open up easier XP lane drafts for Cram.
The only thing about the Phoveus, I kind of feel like for both teams, they always got to be careful of that CC possibility, because I really feel like for Cram as well as Kirk, if at all possible, they would want to win that lane, because first rotations going to the turtle, the first 2, it's going to be very crucial for both teams because they really like to play with momentum.
Oddly enough, between the two, Cram and Kirk, Kirk is the one who's more willing to say, you know what, I'm going to go 0-9, I'm going to go 0-8, as long as the other half of the map is okay, because that's what Kelra wants. I don't know if SRG is ready to make that kind of sacrifice.
You know, if we're speaking about the Kelra, I would like to mention that the SRGOG should think about the Granger, because he picked it several times, around 5 if I remember right, and he, 4 or 5. 4 times and 100% win rate.
Yep.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the option. And yesterday he carried so hard with this hero, and you should respect it.
5 overall, 100%.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that's the dangerous part about both Innocent as well as Kara. They have proven time and time again that when there are no more options, they always have that one hero to be like, how did we miss this one? Because we've seen time and time again, both gold laners are willing to go for it at Beatrix, and they perform amazingly with it. So I agree with you, that Granger is nasty. But at the same time, everyone from ONIC Philippines, they all have their signatures. Like Leo said before we started the draft, 3 bans for each team, the opening bans, simply not enough in this climate.
The fact that for ONIC there's only one more ban, I'm guessing it's something along the lines of maybe a Farsa to try and open up the 1-1 for Kelra. Because here's the thing, if you do that, you open up the first pick for SRGOG, and there's so many things you have to consider. If you don't pick the 1-1 there, then best believe Kelra's gonna get the 1-1 over here, and then Bob's your uncle.
And what do you think about Funny? Yesterday, it...
don't like it.
Don't like it, yeah, yeah. That's actually my point. For the current meta, I don't like it. For the 5 games, it won only 1 time. And yesterday, even King Kong got problems with it.
Yeah, the only time won was when King Kong used it against Homeboys back in the group stage. And it wasn't the cleanest of games. Now the draft has resumed. So both teams having 2 bans each. And this is going to be interesting. We're going to look at Innocent as well as Kelra. Looking at the KDA, Kelra definitely is on top. 9.82 against 6.82 of Innocent. Looking at the damage per minute, yes, Kelra won, but honestly not by that much. 3,400 for Innocent, 3,500 for Kelra.
It's not a matter of how much damage you can deal, it's how you can use it. And these 2 gold laners know that the game rests on their backs. Past the 15-minute mark, it's all them. There goes the Fanny. Interestingly enough, we hate the Fanny. We don't think it's as good in the meta anymore, or as Destroyer so eloquently put it, much like Arlott, is totally useless. There's the 1-1.
Sorry, but that's true. That's true. That's what I see.
Stats-wise, you're not wrong.
Yes.
So what is this open for SRG? Yeah, the Kalia, which ONIC also very much prioritizes. But you have the Farsa open, you have the Granger open, Moskov open too.
But Kalia is the
CC Lapu-Lapu.
There's so many things open.
Safest pick, and here it is.
So now the question is, what is going to be the early pick here? Because this is against MSC champions and world champions. No matter what ONIC Philippines picks up, it's counterable by SRGOG.
But all the more, this makes Super Prince's pick trivial. You say, so do we prioritize it here? We know that he's a big linchpin of ONIC PH's success, especially setting it up for Kelra, but no, I think you save it. I think you keep him for 4 and 5.
Let's go, CC and Baxia. I think that's the best option. Okay, Baxia. Here it is. Here, the best heroes you can take. So first of all, if the SRG want to prioritize Kimi for themselves, you counter it with Baxia instantly. The Kimi, the CC, I mean, got one of the highest win rate, one of the most stable heroes for the X-Plane.
So where does this put SRG? There's kind of a foil to the Kalia already with the Baxia. Because again, I think I'm 50-50 on saying the Baxia is going where. I don't know if it's the roam or the jungle. I think I'm more likely seeing it in the roam.
Either ways, this is an amazing opening by ONIC Philippines, taking that CC away. One of the strengths of the CC now is that besides the Paquito, she kind of wins all matchups, especially because all the EXP laners, they've gotten used to actually just tanking the lane. Looks like they chose the Granger as well as Joy against ONIC Philippines. Honestly, feels like a bit of a takeaway from King Kong. Make sure he doesn't get that Joy.
And the takeaway from the Kelra also, because we mentioned right before the game that he got 100% with the Granger and he carried yesterday. And the last pick for the ONIC Philippines.
This should be Harith, I think.
Harith?
Because it's strong against the Joy and honestly has an okay matchup against the Granger in lane. Or just easy Irithel.
And what do you think if they go with the Kimi right now?
Well, looks like they go for the Irithel there. Yep, just the easy counter in lane against the Granger.
Again, Super Prince 4 and 5.
Yeah.
You saved Super Prince's pick. He is.
Same for SRG.
Yeah, no, they are these S mid laners. They're messiahs for their games, regardless of if they win early. So now, what else can they choke out? ONIC PH can crack down on XP laners even more. Deny your boy, your boy Cram Destroyer.
Yeah, deny him. So Lapu-Lapu, they should remove. Oh, they're playing on the mid laners, and this is Farsha for the first ban ONIC Philippines.
Honestly, looking back all the way from Wildcards MWI to here, honestly, a lot of teams are respecting those mid laners, especially like you said, Leo. These are S-tier mid laners where they can really turn the tide with a very, very solid mid lane pick.
So now you're wondering what could be left for Stormy here, because Super Prince got picked Red 4.
I mean, like,
choke him out completely.
This is where we see the unique heroes skyrocket. We've seen the Kaguri, we've seen the Kadita.
We saw Eve yesterday.
We saw an Eve.
Interesting ban Angela, by the way, so they removed the combination with Angela Baksha and Angela CC. Also, the last ban, I think SRG should think about the Loi ban, actually.
Honestly, very good shout here, because again, the presence and the keys to victory. Watch out for ONIC Philippines when they have a composition that plays the map well.
Angela does that so deceptively and so honestly too. You don't even have to show yourself in the late game. You just clear waves and then jump in with the Hearthguard. One more here. Do they attack Super Friends? Is that even worth doing?
That's always the question, man, because you're always like, haha, got you with this ban. And it's like, haha, back to you. I got a big ass hero pull, but now they ban out the Lapu Lapu. Good. You don't want that Lapu, sorry, you don't want that Gatot as well as CC combination. That's too much.
It wasn't worth it. They thought about it like, no, let's not even touch Friends.
That's a good combination, but still, if you let Super Friends to play with Loi, you open too much resources for ONIC Philippines. You can play macro games if we are speaking about the Hedgehog.
If you're gonna pick the Loi though, I don't think it comes out red 4.
Yeah, it should be 5.
I think there's still too much out there that SRG can do. Already there's a lot of threats to the Loi here just in the first 3 picks, so this might actually be the King Kong hero here, the jungler. This will reveal at least where the Baksha goes, red 4.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty. Your team is picking.
And here comes Kimi. So that was my suggestion before the second phase of the drafts, but I expected Loi. Still, there is a good composition with 2 marksmen, with a good front lane, and they still have a flexibility. They still can move Baksha, same to the jungle or for the roam.
So an option here is something like the Eve, but I don't think it's a good combination overall of the Kalia. But again, the Kalia could just be used defensively and actually grab anyone that overextends. So SRGOG, the mid as well as the EXP. I wonder what Cram is going to pick up to go up against the CC. The Lapu is still open. If you want to win the matchup, Paquito, but we only see one successful Paquito pick.
Yeah, by RRQ.
Yep.
So here's the thing. ONIC already now, I'm just looking at this without even their last pick. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. SRG, they pick up the Ruby. I'm thinking this is Cram's Ruby. We've seen Cram play championship Rubies in this very same stadium last year, 12 months ago.
Can I just say, it almost looks like SRGOG is just using ONPH draft here.
With a hint of Cram.
Right? The Joy, the Luyi, the Granger, the Kalia. This feels very ONIC Philippines. It's just like, we know you so much, we're going to use your draft.
Cram put his foot down. Cram said, no, not me.
Not me.
It looks like they outsmarted their opponent. And guys, and the Badang at the last pick. So this is pretty interesting. A lot of crowd control from the right side. ONIC Philippines got a lot of damage also according to the Kimi and to the Irritant.
So it's a jungle Baksha. This kind of calms my spirits down. It's not as expensive as I thought it would be. I think ONIC can work with something here. Very good range, very good engagement tools.
Right now, we're looking at top 4 teams when it comes to the draft. I believe all the coaches have a good understanding of the meta. So either or, thank you very much for our analysts. But now we got to throw it over to our casters to start game 1 of the semifinals.
Thank you so much to our panelists. It is indeed the last 4 teams here at MSC 2025 that we are about to witness today. This has been a draft, as mentioned by our panelists, that very much resembles ONIC PH. But ONIC PH, as mentioned by King Kong, are looking to perform much better today compared to yesterday. Welcome to game number 1, and we're heading into the Land of Dawn. Mirko, you've had a lot of thoughts regarding the exchange in the draft, but which among these 2 teams are you leaning into for now?
I've always been kind of biased to damage, so I gotta say SRG, and it just starts out like that. Damage has really been the ultimate win condition in this meta. You have more of it, usually you win games, and SRG, yeah, as LaFell said, as you said, this looks like a very ONIC Philippines draft, and hey, they're utilizing it well. They're already punishing Super Friends with a Loi on the hands of Stormy.
That's a kill and a Purify that was already forced out of the mid laner, but they're gonna try and trade it in here too.
The flicker should be killed back. Super Friends able to get the damage done. King Kong takes the kill. Yums will flicker out, and it will just be an early trade of kills for the mid lane. 1 down.
Yep. That has been such a quick response from ONIC PH. Typically, you would be taking a bit more time, especially in terms of the jungle rotations, given the current meta, but now that King Kong has his hands on the back shot, it seems like it's something you could be expecting a bit more to come in for ONIC PH. Taking a quick look at the emblems as well, at the very least, Super Prince still went with that pull yourself together, so he will be having his purify again. So, oh my goodness.
Hey, they took that first blood personal. Skies now pops in electrifying beats over to Brusco. Still has enough peel from King Kong too. But King Kong is a level down. This is something that we actually spoke about, at least backstage. Me in a group with Midnight, talking about the early rotations of King Kong that really has been not as effective in the last few matches. But here on the box shot, it just feels like it fits in. Innocent unable to get the shot on that cannon minion.
Innocent is very, very low. Maybe this is why they prioritize the Irritable. Oh!
Two-man pin down. Yum's able to turn things around with the sustain. King Kong pops in a voice shot stop, brought back again by the duality. He will be able to get away. Kirk is right there, pops in the curtain call, but it's only onto Kram as he goes in for I am not just yet actually, Vengeance, and Kirk backs away.
Interesting. ONIC PH were the ones who have been putting the much faster rotations out there. King Kong and the other members were the first to be in that turtle pit, but wait, hold on.
Pin down, I'm offended, and the Don't Run Wolf King locks him down. Kram with the specialty here in game one. That's a double. And a diversion that they won't take.
It's just to probably keep ONIC PH on their toes right now. SRG OG are clearly in the lead, and they've been playing the early game relatively well. We'll be checking that instant replay right now. It was right after they took that turtle. You did mention that Kram didn't go for the I am offended just yet, but it seems like they were after more. So they didn't just settle with the objective. They literally wanted to establish this 1K lead that they currently have by getting more kills after ONIC PH.
This Ruby is what got them that final game. Obviously, it's also with the Roger. Last year in the Grand Finals up against Falcons AP Brent. So you can definitely see the Kram, I mean, he's so comfortable on this pick. He knows exactly the limits of this hero, when to go in, holding on to the I'm offended, just peeling for the team until the right moment comes in to get that massive one to turn things around. And even with the utility jungle, King Kong's HP bar, you know, hasn't really been helping ONIC Philippines. They haven't been able to utilize that sustain because I guess SRG just have too much damage.
That's where the entire damage conversation goes in. And again, you pair it up with the Lu Yi, who Stormy, even just now, we saw decided to use the diversion that wasn't really after anything. It's just a diversion that was used to threaten ONIC PH. And SRG OG with this kind of lineup, and the lead that they already have, can just keep going for all those surprise plays with the diversions, with the I am offended. And that's not to mention Yums, because Yums, he's been a little bit more conservative so far. He's been there just to protect the tidal strikes come in at the right timings and the knockups. Those are going to be very crucial as well, because a single well-timed knockup, even up to 2 members of ONIC PH, could definitely change the flow and tide of the game. And that's what we might be seeing right now, because Yums is holding the brush. Oh, but he gets spotted by King Kong.
Yep, the shield unity able to open up the bush there. The curtain call already baited out as well as Kram just kites away. Traction pulse lands on Yums. King Kong still on it. Kram with the I'm offended again, but Brusco goes there on Fist Cry, able to disengage as well. King Kong wins the red tree battle as Kirk zones him in the back line. That's gonna be I'm offended and the flicker combo, bringing him back into Skies to get the kill. Electrifying beats. King Kong holding his own in the front. Kelra jumps with the heavy crossbow. We're going to play again. That's going to be Kram pinned down, able to dash out to safety. And it is ONIC Philippines with the win. But Stormy goes in all alone. What? Skies again jumping in, but has to respect ONIC Philippines.
An interesting call, but Kram still going for the I am offended. The Purify will be forced out of Super Prince as well, but I wonder what the idea was from SRG OG, because the moment that they were spotted out by ONIC PH, it did feel like they were just too confident to go in. They set the tempo for that particular team fight, but there wasn't anyone from ONIC who was that low for Stormy to risk going in and surprising them from the back lines. Oh, but Kirk, he won't survive that.
Nope. Tsunami slam under turret. Brusco caught in the bad spot, and Stormy gets back to even score. Every time Stormy dies, he's able to, you know, balance it out with the assists too. 3 deaths, 3 kills, 3 assists. It has just been SRG who've been capitalizing more off of the mistakes of ONIC Philippines.
Yep. But right now, they're the first to actually take a turret away from ONIC PH too, so the lead is just growing for SRG OG. Great reactions from Keller as well, not putting himself in such a dangerous spot, but this is an immediate response from King Kong too. That's a lot of damage coming in from Innocent, however, even despite the early game which we've seen him go through up against the Irithel, where it felt like Keller was just doing a great job. He's actually leading by, even if we say it's just a bit, that's actually massive for a Granger up against an Irithel, but Cram?
Absolutely. Like you said, this small lead can build up to a massive one. And here's the thing about the Ruby, right? Yes, you can poke him down, but he has ridiculous amounts of sustain, so he'll be back up with another mini wave.
That's just how quick he can find his way back into the team fight. If others have to reset, look for certain creeps just to find some of their HP. Oh, what? King Kong actually goes back.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be the disengage, but he actually walks back up. Cram again, full HP with the Brave Smite, with the Ruby. Innocent with poke over to Super Prince. King Kong holding onto the turtle right now. Super Prince gets got to half HP.
Oh, he has the traction pulse now, though. He might go for it. Oh, there you go. That's going to be Cram targeted, but Yomes!
In the back, Skies winning on the retreat battle. Now Brusco with the fist crack, but it's defensive. They go over to Tsunami Slam, over to King Kong, but he's still going to be tanking up so much as Kirk jumps back in with a vengeance. Able to tank up. King Kong shredded down very low. Innocent gets a double, and it's 2 on the Sky Piercer.
And we just mentioned the entire small leads build up into bigger leads and bigger problems now for ONIC. The amount of damage that came in from Innocent dealt with both the tankiest frontliners here of ONIC. Kirk did a great job. Again, the Vengeance too was a huge part in how that team fight was sort of a bit more prolonged for ONIC, but Innocent literally didn't care. He went for the ones who were blocking the damage dealers, and so it made things a bit more difficult for Super Prince, for Kelra, just to find the right position to land all those heavy crossbows and all those basic attacks.
And just like MSC 2024, SRG are playing their style of MLBB, where it's aggression is, or offense is the best defense. This is how they play front to back for Innocent. It's an unorthodox way to play front to back because usually you just have tanks in front, but they have damage in front. That way, ONIC Philippines are kind of messed up. Like, they can't really dive in because they can't ignore the front line. And Innocent, in the end, gets all those free shots.
Yeah, that's Innocent with already 3 core items. And Sekai's just now already picked up the Holy Crystal as well. So in 8 minutes, SRG OG can already be considered to definitely be online. Stormy does feel like he's serving a bit more of utility in this current situation, but do they have an idea, or does Brusco actually want to go for this? Yomes is there protecting Innocent, but it won't be enough!
Chain CC with the shield unity! What a pick from Brusco! Holds onto his position in the bush and gets all the value, but there was no shutdown. This is the thing about SRG right now. Their lead has mostly come through objective. I mean, there has been a few kills, but there's no actual bounty to turn the game around yet.
Yeah. It's too evenly distributed across the members of SRG OG. They've just been that much well coordinated in terms of the team fights and how it's been going so far, but there's a potential diversion we might be seeing from Stormy. Where is it gonna go? Oh, Kirk has an idea.
Opposite current call as well. Cram with the back offended again. It's gonna be Yomes jumping to the back line, but the Purify comes in for Kelra. Traction pulse locks Yomes. Skies goes in, but it's gonna be peeled down by Brusco. He fights the fist crack. Skies. Electrifying beats Innocent. Gets the shot with the Rhapsody. All of those connecting and finding the man, Kelra.
And it's not usual for us to see the opposing team find a way to land their skills or to basically gain access towards Kelra. It's always Kelra who usually is the last man standing, usually turns the tides for his team, but this is a completely different situation now. Innocent with the range. And with the way that SRG OG have been just constantly breaking the formation of ONIC, they've made it a bit more easier to target one of the most crucial heroes in ONIC's lineup now.
And now it gets even more difficult for ONIC Philippines to get to Innocent. Sure, he was caught off guard earlier, but now he has a win of nature. So it really comes down to Prince to be the one to get the execute kills, to dish out damage in the team fights. And you can see that massive lead for Innocent in the gold lane as we were talking about this matchup. Everybody had their eyes in the gold lane, and man, Innocent's making it looking rough for Kelra.
we've been putting so much highlight on Kelra after multiple highlight plays that he's done yesterday. And if he's able to find another one here, then I don't know what to say anymore, but all the more do they have to work on the defense first. There are waves coming in from SRG OG side and a Lord that's still full HP marching down bottom. At least they have two marksmen who could potentially deal with this. Oh, but speaking of, now we reduce that just to one marksman now.
Holy shield down below taken down, but also Kelra getting assassinated by the Prince up top. Skies. Hey, a lot of questions onto Sky's utility meta. How's he gonna do? He gets on a signature Joy and he pops off. Cram opening up again. Superpen's gonna be caught by the Yin reaction. A few shots by Innocent, forcing him all the way back to base.
That hurts. Okay, they find the I'm offended on King Kong. That's a lot of damage already coming in from SRG OG. And mind you, this is already a Kimmy who does have the talisman first item, but also the blood wing. So there should be a bit more of the shield. There should be a bit more ways for him to take all that damage, but it does seem like SRG just has too much. A single combo from the duality from Stormy is already able to bring him down to half HP. And if you even look at the damage dealt ranking, Innocent, Stormy, they're just up there. ONIC have a lot of catching up to do in terms of that. And how long will it still take for them before they hit their power spikes or spikes, as you mentioned it?
Hey, we'll have to see how long they need. I mean, through the item builds right now, like that power spike seems pretty far off. And the Great Dragon Spear gets built up, but he still needs the Melfic gun here to go through that front line, which has been like really tanky. Or in a way, you won't really expect them to be tanky because it's a Kalea and Ruby. These two heroes aren't really the best of tanks, but they've just been able to brawl things out, dish out so much damage that it's more of SRG doing more than taking. ONIC Philippines on the other side, they've just, their tanks aren't built up yet. You can see Brusco really struggling in the gold department. Almost, well, again, 500 gold down, 600 gold down. The jungle is the biggest one. You can see that massive gap between the Joy and the Baksha where, yeah, King Kong's really struggling on a utility pick right now. Radiant Armor, Anti-Cuirass, he's building towards a Sky Guardian helmet, I believe. He just needs a bit more HP. That's what the team needs, but SRG are not giving any space over. Right as the objective spawns in, they're gonna go straight for it. King Kong not able to get there in time. Free for Skies.
And Cram just standing there already does so much for SRG OG, because there's a threat that if King Kong goes in and bumps into the wrong target, it'll be almost zero chances of him getting out of that because of the continuous layers of crowd control that can come in from SRG OG. And so clearly there was an attempt from King Kong there, but they did not decide to risk it anymore. And so that's going to be another problem. Like, King Kong has such a huge responsibility on his shoulders right now to tank majority of the damage. Even Kirk has the War Axe priority here on the CC and is yet to build the other defense items that will be necessary for them to buy a bit more time for their team. So now here comes the Lord once again, marching down the bottom lane. What does ONIC PH try to do? Will they actually go for a setup there? Or does SRG just take this through the disciplined route and just focus on the turrets instead of anything else? And it seems like that's what they're planning, or that's what they intend to do.
I'd say there's no risk. I mean, there's no they don't need to do anything right now. They can just play very slow and wait. They probably did watch the matchup against Spirit yesterday for ONIC Philippines, and they saw how ONIC Philippines were able to orchestrate such a massive comeback in the later stage of the game, and it was through going a bit greedy, overextending. So SRG, they're going to play the disciplined game. They've taken risks all this time to get an 8,000 gold lead, but now with the 8,000 gold lead, never mind, Yums conceal already. That's going to be the dive in the back. Skies getting the assassination on Kelra again, but it's going to trade it back. No, it is a turn in the back. I'm offended by Cram. Brusco walks up, cancel out, and is going to be caught by the shield unity under the turret, but it's still somehow able to escape. Cram surviving again. A few of the Rhapsody shots over to King Kong. Stormy surviving with the regen, just barely off of that turret, and they get a base turret up top.
I know we just mentioned patience and being a bit more disciplined, not overextending, but that could have been way different if SRG was not this much ahead. ONIC PH with just Brusco, King Kong, and Kirk tried to look for another trade, but Grammy just keeps getting his HP back.
Tsunami snipe over to King Kong. Yums going back in again, but King Kong gets away with the shield unity just in time. ONIC Philippines defend, but look at their base.
Okay. Overall, it was just Sekai's who they lost in exchange of all base turrets from ONIC and a few kills here and there. So that is clearly a win for SRG OG. The lead hasn't been that much affected by that single pickoff they got onto Sekai's. It's still at a 7k gold lead, and they can just resume playing their game, playing a bit more disciplined and careful from this point onwards, because they definitely got what they wanted, what they needed from that level 2 Lord, and they're just 9 seconds away from potentially getting theirs next and maybe last Lord if ONIC doesn't find a way to deal with this. But does King Kong really want to go in first? SRG OG, they've already positioned themselves well enough and weren't necessarily revealed by the Magic Sentry.
They got everything and more. 3 base turrets to their name. They can play the slow game again. It doesn't really favor ONIC Philippines at all here. They have to just make a decisive play up forward, but it's so difficult when SRG have so many ways to sustain, to disengage. They got like a billion dashes on Cram. Innocence always safe far back in the composition. And Skies always comes in last. Stormy, you don't even know where he is. The moment he pops up, it's behind you.
And Kelra, they have to deal with the waves up top. This is gonna be a disadvantage for them, leaving King Kong to contest for the rectory.
And it's Innocent who wins it out. King Kong brought back, but Tsunami Slam still able to walk away with the help of the poison. Sky's gonna be caught, has to win a crown. Will he bite the immortality? He will, just in time. Cram in the back, jumping in again. That's gonna be Purify over. Keller dishes out damage with the heavy crossbow, but Brusco with immortality down. Yin-Yang reaction from Stormy. Innocent gets a double, and he'll find another. That's a triple for Innocent. Make it a maniac as Selangor Red Giants, OG Esports, tear ONIC Philippines down in Game 1.
That flicker from Sekai's, no, from Cram on the Ruby. Clutch in an attempt to save Sekai's, and that wasn't as successful as it seemed, but it was all that mattered. Even after they lost their jungler, they were able to hold down all the members of ONIC Philippines who were trying to run away. And that minion wave down bottom, it just helped him so much too. All his HP just kept going back. And you know what, even Stormy, seeing that opportunity, he was like, yeah, we could just diversion our way to the base and put an end to this right here and there.